Testing 1, 2. Audio check. If you're watching us, this is a JV game. About a minute and a half left in the game. Audio check. Audio check. Last minute of the JV contest between Siloam Springs and Russellville. Both teams are tied 1-1. Siloam scored their goal in the first half. JV Cyclones scored theirs in the second half. With 29 seconds left. All right, we're about 10 minutes away from Cyclone Soccer. We'll have boys coming up first. The JV game ended in a 1-1 tie. We have Lady Cyclone Soccer coming up after the boys. Just running through some separate audio checks. I think everything's working except that right there. If you're watching us, we're not going to be able to show corner kicks from that angle. Just problem in the setup that we'll have corrected before our next home game, which will be a while. It'll be 2 weeks from tonight, actually. before we're back at it, because next week is spring break. And then after spring break, both teams will go on the road. We'll be talking about that as they'll both go to Greenwood. But April the 2nd, mark your calendar. That's when the Cyclones, Lady Cyclones, will be back here. If you're not at the game, you have plenty of time. And it doesn't matter which one. Come for both of them. But we have 4 undefeated teams in conference going at it tonight. And so you get the top 2 teams tied for first. And not just the top 2 from this year, the top 2 for the last few years. And I'll tell you, that girls' game is going to be a fierce rivalry as it was last year, when the Lady Cyclones, not only did they end a 9-game losing streak to Siloam Springs, they swept them. And that, I don't think, has ever been done in Lady Cyclone history. Of course, the Siloam Springs boys has emerged, passing Van Buren as the second team in the conference. Of course, Van Buren and Russellville always kind of had battles back and forth every year, but last year, this year, it's been the top 2 teams for both boys and girls, Siloam and Russellville. So if you're out and about, nothing to do, come out. You can watch the NCAA tournament on your phone. But if you can't, totally understand. We ask that you just continue to watch, drive up our numbers, click the like button if you can. It does not cost you anything and doesn't help us financially. It just we are able to show off, say, hey, look what we're doing with Cyclone Sports. And we got 2 really good soccer teams, and we want to show them off. So please do that. We're going to step away, and we'll talk more about this first matchup with varsity boys action in about 4 to 5 minutes. We will have to cut the audio at some point, and audio's working. It's just that when they play music here, we'll get it flagged on YouTube and not be able to show it. So we're going to cut the audio in and out a little bit to save that from happening.
Cyclone fans, it's just a few minutes until the next matchup. Please make sure to go by the concessions stand, buy out everything they have to support the Cyclones.
Okay, we're just a few seconds away from getting this match underway. Varsity matchup with boys first. They alternate. And whether or not we have boys first or girls first, but tonight it's boys first as both Russell teams hosting Siloam Springs. The JV boys matchup was a 1-1 tie. And that's the way it ends. The JV is a little bit different. They run the clock the entire time, don't stop it even on a score. Both teams undefeated coming into tonight's matchup here on the varsity boys side. The Russellville Cyclones 7-0 on the season, 3-0 in conference play. Same conference record for Siloam Springs Panthers. They are 3-0 in conference and 6-0 overall. They've been scoring quite a bit. They scored 8 goals against Haas Hall Academy, won that by shutout there. Scored 5 against Prairie Grove in a 5-0 shutout. Did beat Dardanelle too, 5-1. For your Russellville Cyclones, they've won almost every game by shutout. They did allow a goal against Van Buren, their only conference goal that they've let up, but Russellville won that game on Tuesday night of this week, 3-1. Shut out Mountain Home and Alma, 6-0 on both. Their non-conference matchup. They've been playing some tough teams. They beat Fayetteville, won at Fayetteville 5-1, won at Jonesboro 7-0, and Heritage 3-0. Cyclones been looking for some tough teams to play, and they're actually going to go to play Jinx, Oklahoma in May, right before the state tournament. Of course, if you're unfamiliar, the Cyclones have been dominant, and that's a nice way of putting it. They've been dominant here in boys soccer. 9 state championships, and in fact, the last 4 in a row also. And all 9 have been won by the coach out there right now, Jared Fuller. He's a long-time head coach, been head coach at Russellville since 2004. He was interim. His first year, I shouldn't say interim, he was student assistant his first year, finishing up his degree and certification, and took over in 2004. The second coach in Cyclone soccer history, and all he's done is won 9 state titles. Been a part of 10 because he was won a state championship as a player at North Little Rock. The captains for Russellville, number 13, Keegan Fuller, number 4, Jesus Perez. I was unsure if we were going to do national anthem or anything, but we're ready to go. They shake hands, and we're off and running. Siloam Springs, they're coached by Craig Moses. He's in his 4th season as boys coach. Now, he's been a coach a long time. He was at Lakeside for 19 years before that. Actually had over 400 wins there at Lakeside. Had 21 consecutive years in the state playoffs that he's had. And they are going to do the national anthem here. And we will step aside and be quiet here as they do the Pledge of Allegiance, moment of silence, and then the national anthem.
First, our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, the Star-Spangled Banner. And now, a moment of silence. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you once again for being here this evening at Cyclone Stadium for your Russellville Cyclone soccer team. The dynasty is about to take the pitch.
All right, as we get back to talking about Coach Moses of Siloam Springs, he won a state championship, won that at Hot Springs Lakeside along with 11 conference titles. Again, was there for 19 years and before coming over to be the boys coach of Siloam Springs. This is his fourth season at Siloam to be the boys coach. Now, he took over the girls 2 years in, so fourth season for the boys, second season for the girls. Conference home opener for Russellville, their second home game. We did not had to run the huddle camera for the first season opener because it was the same night as parent-teacher conferences, and so this is our first time to actually broadcast a game this year. Russellville with victories against Alma Mountain Home and Van Buren. That's been their 3 games in conference. Again, undefeated, 7-0 overall. Siloam 6-0 overall. It's going to be a similar deal in the girls' game. Now, Siloam's girls, they're undefeated completely on the season. Our Lady Cyclones, they have lost, but only non-conference games. They are also undefeated in conference play. So, again, 2 great soccer matchups. If you've not been out here, you really need to come out. It's one thing, you can get addicted watching this. It's a great sport to watch live, but also when your team's good, it's even more fun. Harold Arias, number 19, the senior, will start us off. Flank down the bottom is Orling Arias. And away we go. Russell will be moving towards the right, towards Cyclone Hill, if you're familiar with Cyclone Stadium. It's Olvin Martinez, number 2. Russellville, very tactical at times, and a little bit different look this year. They graduated a few players and had to reload. They don't really rebuild, they reload. Of course, the last few years they've won 4 state championships in a row, but the last 2, especially the state championship game, has not really been a game. When you talk about 11 goals scored against Van Buren, immediately Russellville in there, and there's a shot and made there by Harold Arias, the leading scorer on the season for Russellville, who's averaged a goal a game, and he keeps that up. 8th goal of the season, and the first one tonight quickly, not even a minute into the contest. Arias, the senior, knocking in, and Russellville leading it 1-0. At the 39:04 mark. And Siloam probably on their heels a little bit. That's Rodrigo Nunez-Yanes. Rodri, the goalkeeper, who actually joined another sport this year, went to Cyclone Cheer, and all he did with his first season there is win a national championship. The co-ed cheer team, along with Seth Moore, who will take time off the shot and discus to help the Cyclone cheer team. Nunez-Yanes, a senior. There's a nice steal there by Orling Arias. Cyclones getting a steal deep in their own end. Looking to clear it. That'll help. That's Jesus Perez there with the header, number 4. Numbers may be a little bit hard to see, so we'll try to call them out to you and try to make a play. Sometimes we have to have them turn them back a little bit so we can see it. There's Oliver Kuchar, number 3. Moving it around center. It's going to be taken away by Siloam. In and out quickly of the circle. Mentioned it's going to be hard for us to see there in the corner because of the way our camera was set up. We're going to get that fixed for the next game, but when we do have a corner kick or anything like that, we'll let you know. Right now it's just going to be a throw-in for Keegan Fuller, voted as a team captain. Siloam with it, but playing it back a little bit. That's Jesus Perez, a two-sport athlete, kicker on the football team, also playing some wide receiver the last 2 years, and just a junior. Russellville with one shot on goal, and that one went through, taking it just inside the left pipe. That one played out by Kuchar. Siloam will have a chance to set up here on the throw-in. That one taken away by Jose Lara Escobar. Siloam with it back, just outside the 30-yard mark. Remember, the goal line is at the back of the end zone there. Kuchar playing this up, trying to get away from Siloam. Is going to go out for the throw-in. Aiming this inside the 18-yard box. The header towards the keeper, and Nunez Yanes doing a nice job coming out and snatching that one before they got a shot on goal. Otherwise, it was going to be one-on-one, so I played that nicely. Good hands there by Rodrigo. So technically not a shot on goal, but Russellville stopping that last threat. Cruz Meza, number 12 playing that out. Russellville on the move. Maybe something brewing here. Russellville can get it back. They can. Jose Escobar just outside the box now, moving it, centering it. Orling Arias with a left-footed shot, deflected off a Siloam player. That means a corner kick coming for Russellville. So we have first corner kick of the game. See Orling there backing up. They're going to kick this towards the middle. Knocked down and out. Siloam getting possession. Can Russellville steal it back? They can. They're going to chase this down? No, they can't. That should be ours. Gentleman's agreement. You should have called that on yourself. They didn't, but the sideline official there saying, hey, it was out and belonging to Russellville. Kuchar with the throw in. He has to play it back. It does to number 16, Sean Boster, a sophomore. Played a little bit last year as a freshman. Along the left side, Meza Nava. He's a junior. Will pass it up the left side. The kick inside. Trying to chase it down is Orling Arias. Got into the 18-yard box. It's taken away. Played down in the center circle by the Panthers. They've had one threat but did not get a shot on goal. Russellville scored, and it almost kind of snuck up on you. It wasn't just a barrage when they just kind of snuck in there with a quick pass, and Harold Arias, 56 seconds into the contest, with the goal. Cyclones are very content. They play many different styles, and they have been able to this championship run. They can play the slow it down style if you want to A lot of teams try to play just defense against Russellville. The Cyclones are never impatient. And if you want to speed up play, they're really good at that. His pass along is supposed to go along the wing. It was deflected there as Joseph Nava was trying to get it to Harold Arias. It was deflected right to the hands of their keeper. Headed out, and it's going to be off Russellville. This will be a throw-in for Siloam. Oh, good defense there by Keegan Fuller initially, and Russellville ended up getting a steal. Did not give them a lot of room, and I think it was Perez there on the steal. Maybe he got it after the steal. I tell you, it might have been Joseph Nava that got the initial steal. Russellville with a steal through the center circle here. Send this one all the way down, brings their keeper out of the 6-yard box. Almost a handball there as Boster kicked it. Almost hit the hand of Siloam. Kuchar with a nice takeaway. Oliver going to play give and go. No, he's going to give it to Arias, and he's going to bring it up the field. Arias to Harold, and there's Kuchar into the 18-yard box. He'll stop and reassess here, trying to center it. He does. The Cyclones right at the corner there. And the Cyclones going to be whistled for offsides. There's a steal there on the interception by Keegan Fuller. Shot there deflected nicely. Olvin Martinez, number 2, is the one that deflected the shot. They'll get the throw in. That's what's funny. Sometimes you have a fantastic goalkeeper in Rodrigo Nunez, but sometimes he never gets to make a play because the defense is so good. The throw in, played down, dangerous area. Russellville going to clear it out. Get possession there, nicely done. That was in there a little too long. But Russellville not panicking. Jesus Perez coming away with it after battling for possession. They'll bring it left side. Slowing up just enough. You don't want to get an offsides call. And doing so as he had teammate running with him ahead, couldn't just sprint down the field because of the offsides, or the possibility of an offsides. You can't be behind their deepest man, excluding the goalkeeper, until the ball crosses the pass. So you can't just keep somebody down there all the time. It's always like you're running if you don't have possession. If you have possession, it's no big deal. But if you don't have possession, you're sitting there running and you're looking for where their deepest guy is. And you got to kind of stay with him a little bit until the ball crosses. So you kick it deep. If it passes over your head, then you can absolutely grab hold. Nice job there by Harold Arias with the steal at the corner of the 18-yard box. He'll send it in there. Russellville couldn't get to it, but it's going to be played out and a throw in here for the Cyclones. Scoring opportunity here. Jesus Perez coming in. He's going to throw it in for the Cyclones. It's going to be handled by the keeper. Well, he kind of reached out his arms a little bit, had to dodge his own man. There is a wind at his back, so it's pushing the ball away from him. If he mishandles that, we might get an open look at an empty net. Pass never got to Arias, but Harold able to grab it there. They came crashing inside, intercepted the pass, and they have it in center circle. Russellville scoring the only goal in the first 56 seconds of this match. Two undefeated teams in conference here. Siloam Springs shut out Mountain Home on Tuesday, won that game up there 3-0. The most goals scored against them this year has been 2. It was against Van Buren. The Pointers scored 2 on, but they scored 4, won the game 4-2. Cyclones gave up 1 to the Pointers on Tuesday of this week, 3-1. Just one of 2 teams that scored against the Cyclones this year in 7 matchups. 5 shutouts for Russellville. The only teams to score, Fayetteville and Van Buren. There's a pass down, going to be chased down by Orling Arias into the 18-yard box. Going to try to center it. Here's a shot, and it just hits the post. The shot there by Joseph Nava hits the post. He's trying to grab possession. The sliding tackle made. They're going to get a foul called on Russellville. And it'll be in a free kick for Siloam Springs. No card coming out. It was a second shot, but it hit the left post. You hear a little bit of oohs and ahs from the crowd, just groans, and thinking that might have been goal number 2. I don't know if our crowd might have picked it up, but back and forth. Sorry for making you seasick on that one. There's Kuchar. He'll get it to Orling Arias and out. That could have been called a penalty on Siloam, but they're not going to. It's going to be a throw in, but we have a substitution if they'll allow it. You have to get them to allow the substitution, and Siloam getting a substitute. Are we going to? Nope. Moises Vasquez Portillo looks like he's going to be coming in when allowed. Number 11 there. You kind of see him getting ready. Had the jersey. A nice steal there by Olvin Martinez. He'll play it to Orling Arias. Orling trying to center it to his brother Harold Arias. Just take it away. Martinez with a nice tackle. Make a play on the ball, you're good. They'll send this one into the 18-yard box, into the wind, so it's going to slow up just enough. Misplayed by Siloam, and in doing so, they're going to give us a corner kick. I don't know what they were trying to do there. Play it up over his head or what. But it gives us a corner kick and a scoring opportunity for Russellville here. The wind has died down a little more than what it was, but still at the back of the keeper. Laid down, headed out. Russellville keeping possession. Cruz Mesa. This will be a throw in as it went out on the side. Last time Russellville lost was March 9th of 2024. So we just had the 2-year anniversary. And that, not to make excuses of it, but it wasn't a full game. It was a tournament, which you play abbreviated games. Russellville lost 1-0 to Springdale. And they played 2 or 3 times that day, and you have abbreviated contests that day. But that's the last. That season, Russellville ended up winning 24 games and 16 by shutout. In fact, at one point, they had 8 consecutive shutouts in that season. Last year, of course, undefeated. What that means is 47 straight games heading into tonight without a loss. They're 46-0-1. The one tie was last year to Fayetteville, 0-0. Russellville beat Fayetteville in the season opener this year, 5-1. up there in Northwest Arkansas on March the 3rd. Usually your conference matchups are Friday night. They moved it to Thursday night because don't want to play on the day before spring break. Everybody likes to kind of getaway day. People are going on vacation, wanting to get a quicker jump than waiting till Saturday. So moving this game to Thursday, as most people do in the conference. Last week, Russellville had their conference opener on Tuesday night against Alma. And actually, baseball and softball had to move theirs because of the bad weather, but the wet weather doesn't matter when you're playing on turf. Cyclones boys team won that one 6-0, as did the girls. This one going to scoot into the 18-yard box and handled easily by Rodrigo. Got the message back and forth with Rodrigo. He's very proud of the national championship he helped cheer win and mentioned that in his first year joining the team. Coach Karen Chenault helping lead them. We have a foul called on the Cyclones, so it'll end up in a free kick, the second one for Siloam from 39 yards out. 3-man wall for Russellville. Got to be 10 yards back, and they are. Sends it over the wall. The header there by Fuller plays it out of the box. Can the Cyclones catch up to it? They can't. It's going to be played out. It'll be a throw-in for Russellville. Kuchar will throw it in. Gains a little bit of real estate with that. Moises Vasquez Portillo, number 11, who is waiting to come in. We mentioned a while ago. He's in the game now, number 11. That right there with the pass is Jesus Perez. Nice little fake there on the fake pass by Lorenzo Carrion, the junior, number 8. Used to be a two-sport athlete, played golf. Then decided to focus on soccer after making the golf team as a freshman. Vasquez Portillo Moises. His double team is played back to Perez. Jesus to Kuchar. 40 yards out. He's going to send this into the box. Russellville trying to chase it down, headed out nicely by Siloam. Russellville was going to get a shot there, I believe, as coming in from the side was Bayron Argueta. Now it's played out once again, this time off us. Appreciate you joining us. If you would give us a like, doesn't cost you anything or doesn't give us any money. We just like showing that, hey, look how many people are watching and liking Cyclone soccer. We're able to tout that. And we brag a little bit, of course, because we're Cyclones. Nothing wrong with that, right? Cyclones 9 state championships, more than any other program in boys soccer in Arkansas high school. It was tied with the Queen a couple years ago when we each had 7, and then they got knocked out of the playoffs by Dardanelle that year. Our boys team won it, so we went up 8-7 and now 9 as Russellville has won 4 in a row. There's no more room on the indoor facility. We'll show that here in a little bit, maybe at halftime. They put up all the years that Russellville's won soccer state. They're going to start on another wall if they win it this year, or the next one they win. They were presented with their state championship rings during the basketball game this year. And Coach Fuller's running out of fingers even. Russellville scoring in the first minute of the game. Harold Arias, 56 seconds into the game at 39:04 with a shot just inside the left post. Might have kicked it left-footed. It's so fast we couldn't tell. Another free kick coming. That's the third one that they've gotten. Appreciate you checking in with us. We have girls matchup coming after. We know that there's a lot going on. If you're watching this live, this NCAA tournament. I appreciate the fact that we're on your radar. The header misses left. by Siloam, getting a shot there but not on goal. That's a good setup on the free kick from way out. Nunez will play it to Kuchar. This is carry on. Lorenzo, we switched numbers. He was number 1 last year, number 8 this year. Russellville trying to chase this one down. Played up and out by Siloam. Not out of play, though. Carry on there with the header. Kuchar gets it back to Lorenzo. That's Wei Jian Chin, number 18. Moises Vasquez Portillo. And centers it here. Left-footed shot by Joseph Nava was deflected right back at him. Send this one into the box. The keeper able to catch it. If he does it, that's an easy put back there for Harold Arias. And you got to send the ball ahead. That's why you'll be like, where are they passing it? The ball has to cross first before you can get behind the defense. There we go. We got a response in our chat. Wondered how long that Gold Panthers are going to sit there unanswered. Double hit, one by them, one by Olvin Martinez for us. That was Chen, Portillo. Russellville getting it along the far side as Argueta and Bayron will get to throw it in. No, he's going to leave it. Going to leave it for Cruz Mesa. Bends this pass to Kuchar. Russellville got something going here. Carry on. Back to Oliver. Just outside the 18-yard box. Getting around a double team. Cyclones trying to center it, and it's kicked out of there. Russellville will have it, but at midfield. Substitutions coming in. Beckett Rogers, junior, number 6, waiting to come in for the Cyclones. If he's officially waved in, he is. He'll come in for Cruz Mesa Nava. Cruz was 16 last year. He's number 12 this year. Beckett Rogers was 22 last year. You know, when guys graduate and give up those numbers, you can change. And Beckett changing to number 6, and he'll handle throwing it in at midfield. JV boys battle to a 1-1 tie. They had to come back to do it, scoring a second half goal to tie it with just over 6 minutes left. Cyclone's going to chase this one down. Lorenzo carry on. Up high in the air. Laid down there by the Cyclones. And Joseph Nava forcing a throw in for Russellville. We get a foul. We get a penalty called on them? No, we're just going to say out of bounds. Seeing if we're going to line up for a free kick. More substitutions coming in for Russellville. Orling Arias back in the game. Harold Arias also back in. And Jose Lara Escobar back in. The throw in comes into the 18-yard box. A one hopper to the keeper. Missed the play on the ball. Just bounced over. The wind is kind of dies down a little bit and then picks back up. It's stiff breeze right now, extending out the American flag. They're right next to Cyclone Hill. 13:25 left here in the first half. Russellville up 1-0. "18 years of bringing Cyclone athletics to you. This is our 4th year of being dedicated to Cyclone soccer. We appreciate it. Walter Barnes very instrumental in helping getting this going. His daughter Allie scored a couple goals this year on her birthday against Alma. Here's the Cyclones Orling Arias just outside the 18-yard box. Orling, nice move there. Can he get a shot? He's going to center it, and the shot just missing left. Harold Arias missing that one. The first time he had that one, he scooted it in. That one just wide left. 5 shots for the Cyclones, 3 on goal. And 1 has found the net. Harold would like to have that one back, I think. Watching from Vermont. How about that? I have family watching from across town here in Russellville. I mean, you got them beat. Mine are watching from about 6 miles away. And all right, we welcome you. Whether you're cheering for Russellville or cheering for Siloam Springs. Harold Arias will get this one to Olvin Martinez, and his shot goes high. Over the crossbar. Counts as a shot, but not a shot on goal. Cyclones have had 3 shots on goal. 1 went in, 1 hit the post, and 1 was caught by the keeper. Now he's made a play on 3 of them, but only 1 was a shot on goal. Number 3. So Oliver Kuchar, is that who you're watching? Oliver getting the start. He's taking a breather right now. No, he's not. There he is, just with the pass there. Orling Arias. When they brought in some substitutions, he might have been one of them. Kuchar at the corner. Send this one's into the box. The header will go up and over. Boy, barely. You can see the goalkeeper did not quit on that. Because sometimes, especially with the wind at his back, that'll die down and fall right behind you. You got to play it till all the way. All the way. We've seen weird things happen like that. A goal kick, you don't have to have your keeper kick it. They put it on the edge there of the 6-yard box, and we get used to keepers kicking it because of the big leg that Nunez has. Boy, they tried to take down Orling, and he was able to fight through it. He gets it to Harold, and now we're going to get an offsides call. This is the 3rd one against the Cyclones. Surprised we didn't see a penalty, actually, before that. But offsides is a call against Russellville. We played 30 minutes, Russellville leading 1-0. Fireworks came early as Russellville scored in the 1st minute. Harold Arias, who has 8 goals now in the season, averages 1 goal a game. That's not a bad average. That one played down by Jesus Perez. Russellville on the move. Jose Lara Escobar with a pass along the left side. Jose going to get it back. And pushing him back a little bit. Play it back to Beckett Rogers. Here's Perez. Jesus will send the pass over along the far side. And too strong there for Orling to chase it down. We'll get a throw in for the Panthers. Coming here halftime, we'll have some stats for you. Remember, we got girls matchup coming after this. Orling there with the steal, and it's knocked away. Oliver, or Ollie there with the throw in. He'll play it right side to Arias. Orling. Here's Martinez with the shot, and it goes just over the crossbar. Well, Cyclones being aggressive now, they will, like I said, play any kind of style you want. And they can dominate you doing it anyway. We have substitution coming in for Siloam, so that's what the pause is. Got people watching from New Hampshire. Welcome. Watching Oliver Kuchar. Did not get to have Oliver in class teaching algebra at the junior high, but did get to have Lauren in class when she was an 8th grader. Of course, Oliver, this isn't the only sport that he did. He played varsity tennis this year. So 2-sport athlete. That plays in the fall and usually is finished up by the end of September, early October. A lot of these guys end up being track or not track, but cross country, and then they're looking for that other sport when it starts to conflict and looking for a fall sport. And he chose tennis, which remember Liza Parker did also last year, graduated for Lady Cyclones. We have another Lady Cyclone, Kana Keister, who actually just stepped out of the pool with the Lady Cyclone swim team that won state championship, and immediately going into soccer. This is our main sport anyway, but good athletes in here at Russellville. They really encourage you to play more than one sport, and that's been from the get-go when Coach Ben Goodman took over as AD. He wanted kids playing as many sports as possible. It's fantastic. Under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. The throw in by Siloam. It's been a while since we've been on this end. They still can't get it into the 18-yard box. They have one shot on goal. A sidestep there. Good job by Olvin Martinez. He's slowing up. He's flanked on the right side by Orling Arias. He'll chase down the pass on the edge of the 18-yard box. Nice move there. Can he center it? He'll do it. Center it with a shot and scooped up by the keeper. Nice save. I thought that was going in. That was a really good save. Good pass there by Orling, too. And we thought that Russellville was about to get their second goal. And almost a second goal there for Harold Arias, taking a pass from his brother. But a nice play by their keeper to keep it at 1-0. All over nothing there. He's going to play it back to Boster. Sean will try to center it there. Play down. The Cyclones have it. A little bit of room here. And that might have been Jose Lara Escobar on the shot a while ago. And looking back at it, I think it might have been 10 and not 19. Sometimes these numbers on the back, they're real skinny. It's hard to see. Fuller there up to help get the steal, and Perez collecting it for the Cyclones. Green Forest. I know where that is. Green Forest, Arkansas. Watching the assistant coach, Jonathan Bryant. He's been assisting a long time. Actually helped out with the girls team, too, for a year or two. Coach Bryant, the assistant for Coach Fuller. He's very helpful for us when we're preparing our broadcasts. They both are, but Coach Bryant suffers through some of the dumb questions I ask. Siloam just outside the 18-yard box. This one's in up and over. We'll get a shot of Coach Bryant here in a second as we're waiting there. Subbing in both teams. There he is. Helping with the sub in. Coming in is Cruz Meza-Nafa, who started, and he's back out on the field, number 12. Coach Fuller not happy with how his team played that to an empty space, and no one was there. Orling coming up with it, though, and some deflect off Siloam. You could see that Russellville was kind of waiting to see if they were going to knock it out. Harold Arias, they didn't, but the Cyclones have it on the move. This is Lara Escobar with a shot that bends just too far left. Goal kick coming. 3.5 to go here in the first half. Appreciate you joining us. Got just under 40, and I know the kids and family will always go back and watch some of this, so really happy to bring it to you. Big conference matchup here. Both these teams are undefeated in conference and the season. They're 6-0. We're 7-0. There's Fuller. He's going to play it back to Nunez. Rodrigo will send this out at the midfield stripe. we get it right back. The Siloam team finished second in the conference last year behind Russellville. Actually did on both boys and girls side. They jumped up, as we said, past Van Buren, who challenged Russellville for about 3 years straight. They met Russellville in the state championship game. Russellville won 2 of the 3. But last year, Siloam coming up and actually went to the quarterfinals where they lost to Searcy. Lost that one 2-1. Cyclones ended up playing Searcy in the state championship. Won that one 6-0 at UCA. Searcy, in fact, put a bid on the state tournament this year, and so did Siloam, and Searcy was able to win that one. So we've been going to Hot Springs the 2 of the last 3 years. Of course, Valley View hosted it. El Dorado's hosted it. Siloam has hosted it. This is our first chance to go to Searcy in a while. Be interesting to see. I know when Siloam hosted it, they had one stadium they used and then a couple of open fields, which was really hard because you can't stream from there. Same issue we had at El Dorado. This one a one-hopper easily to Nunez. When Valley View hosted it, they did it all at schools, and so it was easier, as was Hot Springs Lakeside. The only issue was they would pit the Cyclone boys and Cyclone girls playing at different places and almost at the same time. So kind of had to pick and choose who we covered. We'll see how Searcy plays it, if they get one field, a stadium type, and other open fields, or if they're using different stadiums where it's a little bit easier. That way we can stream all the state tournament games. Harold Arias couldn't get through the double team there. We're in the final minute of the first half. We'll take a break at halftime. We will come back at some point to give you the stats after we total the few that we keep. Sean Boster there will send that. Russellville can mount one charge if they can get possession. Looks like Siloam's going to keep it the final 20 seconds. This one hop to Nunez. Rodrigo juggling. He kind of checked his feet and wanted to make sure he didn't cross that line because that'll end up in a corner kick for them. Going to take his time here. Sends this one to the center circle. Joseph Nava. Russellville going to be content to run out the clock. Russellville leading it here at halftime, 1-0. We'll pause and come back with stats from the first half. Cyclone Soccer on Cyclone Booth. All right, as we're sitting here at halftime, Russellville up 1-0. Stats look like this. Russellville with 10 shots, 4 of them were on goal. Just 2 shots for Siloam. Neither one of them were on goal. 2 corner kicks, those belong to the Cyclones. There were no yellow or red cards handed out. 3 free kicks for Siloam Springs. Russellville did not get a free kick in the first half, but Russellville drew first blood. The only goal of the game came early. 39:04 left in the first half. That's right, 56 seconds into the game. Russellville scored. Harold Arias with his 8th goal on the season, only one tonight, and Russellville leading at 1-0. That is your halftime statistics. Cyclones battle of unbeatens here, not just in conference but overall. They lead Siloam Springs 1-0. We'll be getting ready for the second half here shortly. Winning has been a regular thing for Craig Moses, their head coach. As we mentioned, he was at Lakeside and won a state championship there. He graduated from Little Rock Mills, but played Little Rock Central because they didn't have a soccer team at Mills. Actually played football, but American football in college. Was a kicker for Henderson State University. Jared Fuller, our head coach, graduated from North Little Rock, where he was part of a state championship team that went 19-0 in 1999. A junior on that team, I believe, and ended up playing soccer in college at UCA. Getting ready for the second half here shortly. The clock is winding down, but we're looking at the officials, and they're coming in now. You see the shadows hitting the field. Not turning on the lights just yet. We'll have them on for the girls' game. See if Russellville can start with a loud second half, kind of like what they did with the first half. Everybody's ready, but we're still waiting for the officials to get in place. Everybody's waiting on one guy. I say he's ready, so we're ready. Oh, we got a foul called on Russellville. 4th free kick coming for Siloam. About 53 yards away. Russellville going to pack it inside the 18-yard box. Harold Arias looked like he was going to be out the front, but he's going to kind of hover around the 10-yard mark. Send this one into the box. The header out there by Fuller. Sent back in and over the crossbar. Hits the football crossbar, so it's a dead ball. Goal kick, I should say. And Cruz Mesa back to Fuller. Sean Boster on the far side. Played down with Siloam getting in charge of it. Stolen away by Jose Lara Escobar. Good job, Jose. Through the center circle. Miscommunication there. Orling Arias was closer to the sideline. Here's Jesus Perez after the interception there by Cruz Mesa, giving Russellville another chance at it. Cruz Mesa Nava throws it inside. Harold Arias being pushed out towards the center. This is Olvin Martinez. Give and go here. Long left side. Played nicely there by Orling. He's going to get it near the corner. Tries to center it, and it's knocked down by the keeper. He didn't quite have it handled. If we would have had somebody in the area, might have gotten a shot at it. Russellville on a little attack there, early going second half. Not saying Siloam did this, but at times in that first half, you kind of felt they were playing more not to lose. And Russellville does not get flustered by that if teams want to slow it down and play more defense. We saw that a couple years ago in the state championship game, and here's a chance for Russellville maybe. Talk about that here in a second. We'll talk about it now. 2 years ago, Russellville won the state title, beating Lakeside 1-0. And the way Lakeside was playing, they were just sort of packing it in. And as soon as Russellville scored, they knew the game was theirs. They knew they weren't going to give up a goal to Lakeside. And eventually, Lakeside would have to change the way they were playing. Now, this is not Coach Moses' Lakeside team, but 2 years ago, because he's been at Siloam here for 4 years. Russellville going to get a free kick. This is our first free kick of the game. Jesus Perez, the Cruz, headed back. Jesus battling to get it. He does, splitting a double team there. Orling Arias. He'll center it. A pass inside now to Harold. Left-footed shot deflected and goes just wide of the crossbar. I don't know if that was going to be missed anyway. Are they saying it was out anyway? I know it touched the keeper's hand. If it hit his hand first, we should get a corner kick out of it. So I don't know what they called. Either they say he didn't touch it or maybe hit the crossbar, the post first. Shot goes way up top. Russellville threatening here along that far side of Joseph Nava. It'd be a corner kick for the Cyclones. A little bit of grabbing going on, and as the ball rolls past the goal line, Nava and Laura Escobar will be out there around the corner. This one deflected back out. Was of Laura, and couldn't get the header there. Trying was Olvin Martinez. This one going to be played out the side off of Siloam. Russellville will get a throw in. No, they're going to say it's off Cyclones. Siloam's trying to plead their case and trying to sneak it in there, but it was a double team there by the Panthers, and the official blew his whistle, said, hey, it's off Siloam, and Jesus Perez has to walk down the track. Again, we're blocked here by this part of the window here. But Jesus Perez coming up with the run up for the throw in. So there it is there. Inside the 6-yard box, headed out by the Panthers. Played down by Olvin Martinez and has it taken away as they converged on him. Russellville has had a couple shots here in the second half. Neither one of them been on goal. Was hoping to get one there. Playing that one back and the interception. It goes back to Orling Arias. There's Harold Arias. Could not center that one, deflected. He'll take it himself. Try to center it again, and this one will go past the goal line. No, it won't, and Russellville's going to play it down. To keep possession here, their own end. Cruz Mesa to Arias. Orling. Nice move. Got a little bit ahead of the ball. It's played out by Siloam. Not out yet. And a steal by the Panthers. After tonight, the Cyclones will not play again until a week from Tuesday. They'll go on the road against Greenwood. Always a tough opponent, very physical team. Likes to mix it up a little bit. And just like Greenwood is so many sports, football, girls basketball, things like that, Russellville is to Greenwood. They can't get over the hump in soccer to knock us down a little bit. I think it frustrates them a little bit. Orling, Arias. And this is Orling with a shot and hits the crossbar a couple times before played down. Russellville was saying it crossed the line. No ruling by the officials, so we play on. That's the second time we've hit metal. We hit the left pipe on a shot. And that one hits the crossbar. Hits it twice. And long shot there by Martinez. A little bit of acting there. Didn't get the penalty. Good steal there by Kuchar. Ollie got the steal and passed it off. He's run along the sideline. Russellville through the center circle. Miscommunication there. Cleared back out by the Panthers. Headed down by Fuller. Keegan got it over to Cruz Meza. Played down, and here's Arias. Orling through the double team to Alvin Martinez. Back to Arias. It was picked off there. Substitutions for the Panthers coming in. Nicely done there on the pass from Perez by Joseph Nava, who goes down hard here, and they'll stop play and they're going to stop the clock. If you see the official cross his arms like that, we stop the clock. They're going to stop it with 30-17 left in the second half. Mike Hilton, the Cyclone trainer, will come out. As Joseph Nava, the injured Cyclone. Not a free kick, just a ready for play whistle. Official drops the ball, and we're back to action. Russell will get the first free kick off a penalty. Here, there's a lot of grabbing there. I think they're going to let him play on a little bit, see if Russell could play through it. Near midfield, it'll be Keegan Fuller with the free kick. Played down by the Cyclones. They couldn't grab a hold of it. I think that was Cruz Mesa. Their keeper kind of stayed back on his line, and to be honest, we played that down. That was going to be an easy shot because I think he was a little bit more passive on it. Cyclone Stadium now got 4 undefeated teams in conference that we're seeing tonight. The first 2 on the boys' side, second 2 be on the girls' side coming up after this. Scheduled for 7 o'clock. We're running a little bit behind because of the JV game. So we'll be late getting started for the girls' matchup if you want to come on out. We'll keep the same stream going for the girls' contest. Don't want to lose any viewers. Cyclones with a steal. Harold Arias can't chase that one down. Looked like they were just going to clear that out, but it didn't cross the touch line. Olvin Martinez plays this one to Jose Lara Escobar. Lara can't split the double team cleanly. Cyclones keeping it. Orling, Arias. And deflected out. It's Kuchar to Perez. Jesus. Got around one man, couldn't get around the other. Long shot, way high. Goal kick coming. And wasting any time on that one. Collision there, but both players going for the ball. No whistle. Keegan Fuller there helping to get the steal. Perez with a pass. Along to Joseph Nava, who will play it back to Keegan Fuller. Arias. Pass ahead to Harold. Shot deflected down, and the keeper wasn't ready for it to be deflected. Kind of fooled him a little bit. He makes the stop. Number 8's Lorenzo Carrion, who'd played it back. This is Olvin Martinez. Gets it back to Lorenzo. Turns it over, and a steal there by Jesus Perez. Jesus gets it back. Sent along the far right side. Cyclones enter the 18-yard box. Stop a go. Going to see a left-footed shot. We do. And mishandled by the keeper, and got it back before there was a rebound opportunity. That's the second shot on goal for the Cyclones here in the second half. A little bit too far in front of Jose Lara. We have substitutions coming in for Russellville. Bayron Argueta, number 7. Wei-Jean Chen, number 18. Beckett Rogers, number 6. Harold Arias, Olvin Martinez among the ones going to sit down. And Kuchar taking it over for the Cyclones along that far side. Center to Perez. A lot of room there for Jesus. Fakes the big kick. Left side here to carry on. Lorenzo trying to get around a double team. Nowhere to go. Rogers to the edge of the 18-yard box, but never got in. Played out. Mishandled by Siloam. Russell will get a throw in. Off the unforced error and turnover by the Panthers. Multiple sports going on here on Cyclone Booth. We have softball and baseball also on our other channels. We stream to 4 things at a time, so take your pick. We know the softball girls at halftime checked on them. They were trailing Siloam 5-0. The Lady Cyclone softball teams won 2 in a row heading into this one, with wins against Van Buren earlier this week and Mountain Home. Not sure of the call there. They just played ready for play whistle. Wei Zhan Chen couldn't keep it in play for Russellville. Orling Arias going to come back in for Cyclones. No, not yet. Substitution for Siloam. Arias just talking over with Coach Fuller. Still on the bench along with Olvin Martinez, who was in the discussion. Russell will take over after the throw in by Siloam. Perez, Rogers, play it back to Fuller. This is Sean Boster. Kuchar slips it in closer to the middle, picked up by Jose Laura Escobar. Kuchar keeping that one alive to Wei Zhan Chen. Russellville on the backside. Fuller will boot this one, trying to flip the field. Goes over the 50-50 ball, and left-footed there, played by their keeper. Cyclones keeping it, but playing it backwards. Reflecting, Russellville maybe with a chance here, setting up. Jose Laura Escobar. His pass deflected. Going to be chased down by Argueta there. He can save it, and he cannot. No, they pointed the wrong way there for a minute, looking like it was going to be towards Russellville. We'll get another corner kick, our 4th one. And now as the ball went past the touchline, now Russellville, I believe, will be allowed to sub in and out. Joseph Nava, number 9. Olvin Martinez, number 2, coming back in. Perez maybe getting his first break tonight. Jose Lara Escobar also checking out. The Cyclones throw it in along the far side. Past everybody and did not cross the goal line, so it'll have to be a throw in from near the corner. This is good for us because we can put our offensive players a little bit further down there. As the Siloam players, his heels are on the corner as he throws this one in. Good defense. Russellville getting the turnover. This is Olvin Martinez with a shot. Deflected up and over the crossbar. Good save by their keeper, but it's going to lead to a corner kick as he was the last one to touch it. That's our 7th shot on goal. The first one we had scored. This one, the corner kick. Cyclones with Moises Vasquez Portillo. He also has Joseph Nava there. You don't know who's going to kick it. It's Nava. He'll send it towards the front. It's deflected out with a header by Siloam. Wei-Jon Chin with a shot that just goes wide right. It was deflected wide right, so another corner kick for the Cyclones, our 6th of the game. See this one on the far side. That went in, but play back out. Ollie trying to settle it. He goes past the touch line. It'll belong to us. Of girls matchup coming up, we'll run a little late because of the JV game running late. That was a 1-1 tie on JV boys. But we'll have girls matchup. Again, 2 undefeated teams, just same storyline as the boys coming up on girls' side. The Cyclones scoring in the first 56 seconds of the game on a goal by Harold Arias. It's been 1-0 ever since. Cyclones been dominating shots on goal. We've got 7 shots on goal, 17 total. Siloam with 4 shots, but nothing on goal. We have a Cyclone player down and slow to get up as this one goes past the touch line. No substitution coming in needed as of right now. This will belong to Siloam on the throw-in. Play down and deflected. Russell will let this go past. It'll belong to us on the throw-in. A lot of substitutions coming in now for Russellville. 4 different ones. Harold Arias, Jesus Perez, Orling Arias. I missed the 4th one. This is Beckett Rogers. He'll send it to Kuchar. The header over the Siloam player. They get it, but they have to play it back. This throw-in goes off of Russellville. Siloam will have possession. Russellville is 18-6 all time against the Panthers. Currently, the Cyclones have won 10 in a row against Siloam. Last Siloam win was back in 2019. Not only meeting during the season, both these teams have met in the state championship game. Russellville has won 2 of those 3. The first one was back in 2017. Played by Rodrigo Nunez Yanes. Nice play. Rodri. Toss this one out to Rogers. Perez lets this one go by. Martinez couldn't haul it in. Russell will clear this one out. I don't know what happened. They blew it dead. It wasn't offsides. There's a player down for Siloam. And I honestly don't know what happened. They stopped the clock, so we'll stop and add what time they have. They have it at 13:34. I don't think it was any kind of penalty. I think the player just went down. But again, we're focused on the action. Russellville will be allowed to sub here. You have to wait for the official to okay it. He doesn't. Just because we have a stoppage of play doesn't mean you're going to get the sub in. Cruz Meza will check in, replacing Oliver Kuchar. So even though Russellville had flipped the field, we're going to have to play it. We get it, but it's a ready for play whistle all the way back on our own end. Have a bummer for Russellville on that. Nice takeaway there by Perez. Olvin Martinez, a lot of space there in the middle. The pass was headed down. Russellville will get it on the free kick. Our third, and all three of them coming here in the second half. Lady Cyclones softball team lost 5-2, so ends their 2-game winning streak. They'll be 2-2 in conference play. They'll take that into spring break. Well, moaning from the crowd there. I don't know about that one either. I'm right there with you. We're pushing going on. One volunteer assistant coach, Coach Goodman, was saying, hey, that should have been a penalty on them, get a free kick. Played through it, though. The Cyclones have it. That one will go past the touchline. We've not started our clock, so we're at the 11-minute mark, so we're going to reset this, and we'll get the clock situated for you. Sorry about that. Now we're set. We didn't start it after the injury. Timeout, Siloam. Got the lights turned on now here as sun is set behind us. This one trickles over to Rodrigo, who wasn't sure who it hit last, and so you have to play it. Open up our iris a little bit so you can see. It's getting darker on our camera. Yeah, Russellville's wanting a push there, and I understand not getting the call. Jesus Perez with some room after he hurdled the defender. This one's going to be chased down by Harold Arias, trying to center it. Russellville could not get a shot there. Crashing in was Jose Lara Escobar. Siloam not out of the woods yet. Deflected nicely there by Fuller. On the move, Keegan trying to center this one. Deflected back out and then cleared. Harold Arias, oh, they knocked it away from him. We've had so many just close calls where we had some one-on-one chances, and at the last minute, for whatever happens, or for whatever reason, something happens, we don't get it completely. And Russellville will have a free kick here. That one caught by the keeper. Cyclones scored in the first minute. They've held the lead. Just one shot on goal for Siloam. Russellville's defense has really stepped up, deflected a lot of shots that could have been on goal. Here, it's a chance for Siloam just like that. Deflected out by Fuller. Russellville's next game will be, as we said, a week from Tuesday. It'll be March the 31st at Greenwood. Back here on April the 2nd when both teams will host Farmington. Substitution coming in. Give and go there. Fell down trying to draw a foul. Not that good an actor. Draw a foul in that area, you get the penalty kick. One hopper there to Rodrigo. Handles it easily. Kicks it to the center circle. Joseph Nava This pass headed down by the Panthers. Nava gets it back. Free kick for the Panthers. Their 6th. Kuchar will play this back to Nunez. Russell will have it on the throw in. Cruz Mesa. They'll play it back to Cruz. This is Olvin Martinez. Long pass across to Kuchar. Oliver, Arias, Jesus Perez before they'll send it back. Cyclones don't have to be all that aggressive, but we're playing on their end. Wei-Jon Chen will check in for Russellville. Siloam also with a substitution, you can see there. Russellville trying to chase this down. Can't save it before it crosses the goal line. Goal kick. Siloam having to hurry. They want to get a chance. They've just had 5 shots and 1 on goal. Cyclones a little over 2 minutes away from handing the Panthers their first loss of the season, and Russellville remain undefeated. They've not lost a game in 2 years and 1 week. The Cyclones have been undefeated that long. 47 consecutive games. They're 46-0-1 in their last 47. And as we mentioned, that loss was not even a complete game. It was a tournament game, timed, and lost 1-0 to Springdale back in 2024. Cleared by Siloam. Fuller almost a steal, and Perez comes away with it. Through the center circle. Double team. Lost it to Siloam. Nice sliding tackle there by Perez. Russellville being a little bit aggressive, but playing keep away. Here they enter the 18-yard box. Deflect that off of the Panthers. And a corner kick for Russellville. This will take some time. Russellville going to win this game, but they're kind of feeling like they'd like to stick another goal here at the very end of the game. Maybe score in the first minute and then score in the last minute. How about that? Possessing the ball, the most important thing here. The shot deflected up in the air, a header down by Kuchar. So kicked out, and that they're not going to have much time to do anything with it. The Cyclones will improve to 8-0 on the season and hand Siloam Springs their first loss of the year. They'll fall to 6-1. Russellville now 4-0 in conference. The Panthers 3-1. I'll give you totals here in just a minute. Your totals: the Cyclones with 18 shots, 8 of them on goal. Siloam 5 shots, 1 on goal. There were 7 corner kicks, all by Russellville. No yellow or red cards tonight. Free kicks, 6 for Siloam, 3 for Russellville. The only scoring came in the first minute of the game, 56 seconds into the game. Harold Arias with the goal for the Cyclones. So he gets the game winner, and it happened in the first minute. His 8th goal of the season, the only one that Russellville needed tonight. The Cyclones improved to 8-0 on the season, 4-0 in conference play. And Russellville now 48 games without a loss, as they are now 47-0-1. Siloam falls to 6-1 on the season, 3-1 in conference play. Cyclones will take off for spring break, and they'll be back in action a week from Tuesday on March 31st when they travel to Greenwood. Be back here 2 weeks from tonight when they host Farmington. We have Lady Cyclone soccer coming up just a bit. We'll take a break as the Lady Cyclones in all black tonight taking on Siloam. It will be in all white, and be another matchup between 2 undefeated teams. I'll preview that here in just a moment. About 15 minutes away is what they say. We're not going to stop the stream. We're going to keep it going, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes to give you the preview. We'll have to turn down the sound, so we want to make sure that it doesn't get flagged, the video doesn't get flagged. So our sound's working. We're just going to turn it down. Congratulations to Coach Fuller, Coach Bryant, Cyclones, for the 1-0 victory against Siloam Springs tonight.
And we are just a few minutes away from more.
All right, we welcome you now as we get ready to start the girls' matchup. Both teams undefeated in conference. Siloam 5-0 overall, 3-0 in conference play. Lady Cyclones 4-3 overall and 3-0 in conference play. Russellville coming off a 5-0 victory against Van Buren. They have not allowed a goal in any of their conference games, 3 shutouts. Their losses were non-conference. They lost a 1-0 matchup to Fayetteville, lost to Jinx 1-0, beat Southmore, Oklahoma 1-0, lost to Westmore, Oklahoma. And so 3 losses, not only coming non-conference, 2 of those to Oklahoma teams. But once they started back conference play, or started in conference play, winning easily. Defeated Alma 7-0, Mountain Home at Mountain Home 5-0, and at Van Buren on Tuesday night 5-0. Whereas this is a big matchup for these two teams. Siloam dominated this conference for a long, long time. In fact, they own the series between these two teams. 19 wins for Siloam, 4 for Russellville, but 2 of those 4 came last year. Lady Cyclones swept Siloam Springs last year 3-2 here and 2-0. Sorry, 3-2 there and 2-0 here. That actually ended an 8-game losing streak against the Panthers, and first time that the Lady Cyclones have ever swept Siloam in school history, with their 2 victories in the same season. Easily, I don't know who you predict to be the conference champ in the 5A West, but most everybody's got these 2 teams 1-2. And so they face off tonight here and also again at Siloam. That'll be on April 24th. Now, funny thing about the girls 5A West, you have to realize that there's an extra team. Shiloh Christian is a conference foe for on the girls' side only. So there will be a night when here at Cyclone Stadium and also on the road where it'll be girls' matchup only when they face Shiloh Christian. Shiloh's boys are actually a 4A school. They split those. You don't go with the same school because of the competitive advantage rule for private schools. So we're ready to start off, and Siloam still huddled. Lady Cyclones breaking their huddle. We have a little bit different look, a lot young lineup for Coach Bruckner. And but she changed up positions a little bit. 2 assistant coaches, Gabby Stringer and Bennett Liflin, the 2 assistants for Russellville. Of course, Coach Liflin's been around a long time. Bruckner just in her 2nd season. She's from Fayetteville. Liflin's been here a lot longer than that. And Gabby Stringer, I think this is also her 2nd year to be an assistant. She's graduated in Oklahoma, but she attended Russellville for a while. Lady Cyclones mission those non-conference games or conference games, that leads to a 3-game winning streak. They have a 19-game conference winning streak. They were 16-0 last year, undefeated in conference, and of course 3-0 this year. The year before that, they didn't, when they lost their last regular season game. So it's 19-0, putting that on the line too. And both teams again putting their undefeated record on the line. Lady Cyclones will start it off. We got our crowd mic going. Was trying to work through that. Reese Prince, number 3. Has changed up positions. She's playing center mid this year. A little bit of adjustment period, but able to handle that. She was just a sophomore. This one rose to Maggie McGill, the keeper for Russellville. She's a sophomore. She played a little bit of keeper last year when Mayana Wood was injured. Defensive is her main position, but really doing well. She has not been tested much in conference play, but probably get tested tonight a little bit. This one goes off of Russellville. Lady Cyclones trying to clear this out. Siloam girls team is much more aggressive than their boys team typically. As again, this is our first look at them this year, but typically they do play a little bit more aggressive. This is Julia Callahan, a freshman. Few freshmen on this team stepping in, trying to fill some big shoes of players that have graduated. Russell will get a free kick here. 29 yards out. This one goes up and over. There's Ruth Payne with that shot. It'll be a first of many, I'm sure, by Ruth. Allie Barnes, who had 2 goals against Alma in the conference opener, number 4, playing good defense there. Both victories last year against Siloam, so emotional victories because you're playing the conference champs, perennial seeming like conference champs. That should be ours, but they're saying it belongs to Lady Panthers. Suggested foul call. Russell's going to get it back. Maggie will handle the free kick. Russellville graduated the all-time scorer last year. You wondered if they would have suffered to score goals, but they haven't so far. In 3 conference games, they've scored 17 goals. So they found offense, at least in the first 3 games. They're going to need it tonight against a tough Siloam Springs team. Shot goes over the crossbar. That actually hit the football crossbar. Should be a goal kick for Russellville. They took a long time to blow that whistle, but it's the right call. Credit to McGill and Russellville's defense. They kept playing to the whistle, even though they knew, hey, that should have been a goal kick. You know, Ruth Payne is on their radar, and we figured that Siloam might be concentrating on her. We'll see if that opens up offense for other players. It was Kate Blanchard, the freshman, giving chase, and Russellville going to get a corner kick out of it. Kate, number 20. Good job by Blanchard, helping set up the corner kick. Julia Callahan in the mix, number 15. Don't care who scores it, love to see one putting the goal here. Header comes out. Zoe Barnes sends it right back in. Lady Cyclones unable to follow that and get into the 18-yard box. Played down by Kana. Siloam has it on the move. Could be a breakaway if they can chase it down. Oh, it angled the wrong. They tried to center it and nobody was home. Angled the wrong way for them. Benefit for Russellville. This could be a close free kick for Siloam. Again, this one too tall. Kana, quick throw in here. That one spun away from Russellville a little bit, but we're able to clear it. Callahan get the pass off to Payne. Could not get it past the defense there. Blanchard was going to come in from the side. Might have had a chance. Kana Keister playing good defense there, trying to get the steal. Bothering Siloam a little bit. Allie Barnes knocking that one down. And there's Zoe Barnes with the green shoes, able to put it over on the far side. Allie with the interception. Trying to get it to Blanchard. It's sent right back. This one's sent out by Siloam, or I gotta say last touch by Russellville. They are. Good job there by Kate Blanchard. Reese Prince. Goal kick for Russellville and good defense. McGill will handle the goal kick, putting it on the edge of the 6-yard box. We're talking to Coach Fuller here. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. If you couldn't hear, we mentioned in the boys' broadcast that they were going to go play Jinx and a few other teams. As you hear Coach Fuller say, he doesn't care about the streak. And as Russellville's played 48 straight games now without a loss over 2 years, and he said he didn't care about the streaks. He got to do something to make us better, and he doesn't want to get comfortable. And his goal is to win a state championship, as he's won 9 before. And you can't argue with the recipe there. And congratulations to Coach Fuller. And like he said now, he says it wasn't pretty, but we won 1-0, and now everybody's got to chase us as Russellville sitting alone at 4-0. Congratulations to the boys. Girls hoping to do the same thing if they can pull off a victory here early going in the first 10 minutes. That's Allie Barnes, number 4, able to send it towards the middle, but so far Siloam on the offensive side a little bit more than Russellville. Ruth Payne getting around one man through the center circle. That one too far in front of Reese Prince. Be a throw in for Lady Panthers. Blanchard there to play good defense. A couple players actually, and Lady Cyclones will have it on throw in. That's Carson Skelton who officially got the steal, throwing it in. Siloam on the move here through the center circle, gets around Barnes. Zoe Barnes, Allie Barnes giving chase, a shot, rolls just wide left. That was a little too close. McGill had come out to narrow the angle a little bit, but the shot goes wide left. Coach Fuller To his credit, he was trying to drum up support and get people. He said, come on out to both games. He said, you got 2 undefeated Cyclone teams putting their conference undefeated record on the line. And so he stayed around. The boys have gotten into the stands to watch this one. Player falls down for Siloam. Might have a shot here. It's going to be a free kick coming there for Russellville. About 21 yards away. Russellville going to get set up here for the free kick. 3-man wall for the Lady Panthers. They're marching off 10 yards. Sometimes it's hard to see at an angle there, so the official always puts them there. Can't cross. Bend it around and into the keeper's hands. I believe that was McKeely Hardman in the center circle. It's hard to see some of the black jerseys here. Numbers close together. I can tell that's Ruth Payne, though, with the steal. Moving through the defense. Her shot. Nice stop by a diving keeper, and officially the first shot on goal for Russellville. Had one that was close. From our angle, couldn't tell. Payne's second shot tonight. But still, we have no score. Appreciate you joining us. The Cyclone boys won 1-0 to hand the Panthers their first loss and move to 4-0 on the season. Harold Arias, a goal in the first 56 seconds. His 8th goal of the season. Carson Skelton knocking that down. Kate Blanchard there. And Reese Prince. Again, changed positions this year for Reese. Sends this one down, can't quite get it to Kate Blanchard, but there is Payne. Out of the reach of Russellville and trying to go to Julia Callahan, number 15. She's a freshman, so first year on the team, but she played with Ruth and Prep Club League, Arkansas Rising. She's from Danville and always wanted to play for Russellville. Got the purple shoes there, does Jules Callahan with the steal. Can Russellville capitalize on it? Maybe so. Had it briefly. Siloam going to play it back. Try to get away from the Lady Cyclones. And they'll knock it down before it crosses the touchline. Zoe Barnes giving chase there. Kana Keister back to Zoe. Pass trying to go to Reese Prince. It was intercepted. And Allie Barnes will give chase, but we've got an offsides call against Siloam. Before we get a throw in, we got substitutions coming in for Russellville. Channing Frederick, number 14. Allie Barnes will get a break. Carson Skelton for Frederick, number 14. Get that one, gets it in the center circle. It's taken away by the Lady Panthers. McGill out to grab this one. So we're checking out the training table here. I think that might be Allie Barnes getting looked at. Kana Keister playing good defense there. Goes out past the touchline. Good job, Kana. Oh, misplayed. Coach Moses over on the far side. Very upset with that. He's in his second year as head coach of Siloam's girls. He's been the boys coach for 4. Came over from Hot Springs Lakeside where he did both. Has a state title that happened at Lakeside. He's getting more physical than the boys' game was. That one goes out past the touchline. Siloam Springs lost to Searcy in the quarterfinals last year, 3-2. Searcy went on to make it to the championship game, lost to Little Rock Christian. That's the team that knocked Russellville out in the semifinals. Kate Blanchard had her shot blocked. Nice job by, I believe that's Carson Skelton, that knocked it off a Siloam player. Having problems trying to get it to Blanchard, and it seems like it's either a little bit out in front of her or gets knocked away by Siloam, kind of just like that. Trying to get it to Frederick. Keister with the throw in. She'll get it to Reese Prince. Oh, the official right there said it wasn't a push. Russellville with the steal anyway. This is Prince to Payne. Blanchard not giving up on it. Back out Prince. Payne. Get it through to Blanchard. Kate Blanchard shot deflected, gets it back. Her shot there is going to be stopped on a diving attempt. Cyclone fans appreciating the aggressiveness in the shot there. That's the second diving attempt made by their goalie to stop a goal. Even though we played more on our defensive end. We have more shots on goal than they do, but still 0-0. Maybe a chance here. Couldn't get it centered to Frederick. Center, nobody there. Frederick had raced ahead. Here's Reese Prince. Touch pass to Frederick. Kicked back out. And Lady Panther is going to seem to stop the momentum by Russellville, hopefully just briefly. Stepping through there is Callahan. We have a substitution for the Panthers. Callahan's shot goes over the crossbar. Goal kick coming. And deflected. Their keeper will catch it. Didn't want the goal kick. Russell will keep it and play it back. Substitution for Siloam. Allie Barnes is no longer on the training table. She's up walking around, so that's good news for Russellville. She's been out a while, and she may be looking to go in soon. She's talking to Coach Bruckner now at midfield. Meanwhile, Siloam moving it down the field with a throw-in. Zoe Barnes going to shield him off and let this one get to Maggie McGill. Drop kick this one. Skelton will play it down. Nice stick. Frederick. Now we have a sub. Didn't think they were going to allow it at first, but now they do, and Allie Barnes will check back in. McGill coming out to stop this. That was going to be offsides anyway. But again, you got to play the whistle. But they are calling it offsides. Player cross before the ball, so McGill will put it down. Put it down there to 25. Ruth Payne amongst several Siloam players. Here's a shot and misses wide right. A shot by Kate Blanchard. 6 shots by Russellville, 2 on goal. They were both diving stops made by their keeper. Siloam with 3 shots, none of them on goal here in this first half. A lot of action, just not a lot of scoring. Very physical play. These two teams played 2 physical matches last year. Being a sweep for Russellville, the first time they swept Siloam in school history. Siloam's been the standard for this conference, but they finished second last year to the Lady Cyclones. And this is Payne. Reese Prince. Back to Ruth. They are all over Ruthie, so they won't let her get any kind of open look. Most teams are going to do that, but especially Siloam, they're good enough to. Again, another offsides. I think this is the 3rd one. That one, pretty obvious, kind of like this last one, but what I was going to say is a lot of people want to target Ruth and shut her down, but they have the horses to do it. Ruth with 6 goals this year. Not just a scorer, though. She does have 5 assists in Russellville's 7 games. Stepping through there nicely is Kana to get the steal. She'll throw it, kick it off Siloam Springs, and substitution for Russellville. Nikili Hardman. They're checked out briefly. We'll check in and give Reese Prince her first breather of the game. Hardman working her way back from injury. Siloam was led on possession time here in the first 30 minutes, but Russellville has more shots. We have a free kick coming for Siloam. They'll get to set up their offense. Their second of the game. This will be about 55 yards away from the goal. All hands on deck. Russellville bringing back everybody. One hopper to McGill. Job, Maggie. Maggie also a volleyball player, 2-sport athlete. We talked about that in the boys' game. So many dual sport athletes at Russellville, and on the boys and girls side. That one stopped by Maggie McGill. Scooped up there nicely. Did not wait on it. Did not let the ball play her. She went and got it, scooped it up. Get over left side. Can Russell get possession? They knock it off Siloam. I think that's ours. Yeah, because they were getting ready to throw it in, but pretty sure that was ours. Reese Prince, quick breather. She comes back in. She'll replace Kate Blanchard, number 20. Misplayed there by Siloam. Frederick couldn't get out in front of it. Holly Barnes to Prince. Reese will get it to Carson Skelton. Back to Reese. Payne's over on the right side, but Reese going to try to center it, trying to get it to Frederick. It got picked off before it got to Channing. Siloam coming in, trying to send it themselves, and collision there. Play on. No penalty. It almost like they ran to the contact there instead of playing it where they would get an open look. Russellville on the move. Payne ahead. Can Frederick get to it? She boots it, but it'll trickle past the goal line. And it looked like Russellville fans won a corner kick. They said that Siloam touched it. It sure looked like that because she's not going to miss it that far left. Looked like it got deflected. Lady Cyclone's going to have it here. Ruth Payne. And now we will get a penalty as they trip her from behind. Not going for the ball. Russellville will have a free kick. Middle of the field from inside of 25 yards. We're going to get a card. They just talking. Let's say 26 yards away. Where they'll put it. And Jules will be the one to kick it. Three-person wall for Siloam. Left foot goes over the top. Siloam sub. They elected not to kick it deep at Russellville. They get a turnover here. They can. Ruth Payne will one-hop it to the keeper. Odd call there by their keeper to kick it short. Should send this one for a 50-50 ball near the center circle. Knocked down by Hardman. Russellville will have it as it goes past the touchline. Skelton trying to get it to Payne. She was cut off there with a double team. Kana will kick it to McGill. Headed up past the touchline. Russell going to get throw in. Good job by Kana. Won a state championship this year with the girls swim team and immediately jumped on the soccer field as soon as she was finished. Got to get fitted for her ring soon. Good stop there by Hardman. To Keister. Plays around defender. Coming up at halftime, we'll take a break and also give you some stats from the first half. McGill out to grab that one. No scoring, but plenty of other stats to talk about. Double team Prince there to take it away. Channing Frederick winning it. It's knocked out. Russell will have a throw in again with Carson. Trying to go quickly here with 1:40 left. Prince, nice stop and go, as it looked like it was going to get taken away if she kept going forward with it. Kayna Keister coming up on the left side. Trying to center this one. Can be centered for Frederick, and the shot hits the post. Can we get the rebound? It's deflected and back out. Oh my goodness. Russellville a couple chances here. One hit the post and the other one, the rebound. Can't be upset. You appreciate the aggressiveness, but you also get a corner kick out of the deal. Hit the right post. I thought we were going to get the rebound in. The header knocked by the keeper, still live ball. Rolls out past the 18-yard box. Knocked down there by Allie Barnes, but they're still on the move. With 12 seconds left. Center it easy. Easy pickings for Maggie McGill. She's going to hold it and let the half run out. Well, we have no score. Flurry of action. They dominated possession time. We dominated shots on goal. But no score to speak of. When they start the 10-minute clock, we'll take a break and then come back with a few minutes left and give you the stats as we're totaling some of those up for you. But we have no score at the half between the two undefeated teams in the 5A West. All right, we're at the half and no score, but the stats for you in that first half. For Russellville, there were 10 shots, 5 of them on goal. For Siloam, 6 shots, 2 of them on goal. There were only 2 corner kicks. Both belonged to the Lady Cyclones. There were no yellow or red cards issued in that first half. Free kicks, 4 for Russellville, 2 for the Lady Panthers. We have no score between the two undefeated teams in conference play. Again, spring break next week for Russellville. Lady Cyclones and our boys team will take off next week and then be back in action the Tuesday they come back. That'll be a week from Tuesday, March the 31st. Both teams will travel to Greenwood and then back here on April the 2nd. That's 2 weeks from tonight, as both teams will host Farmington, again continuing conference play. There will be a time where Russellville and the Lady Cyclones won't play together, and that'll be when, of course, the Lady Cyclones will take on Shiloh Christian there and here. But also the boys are actually going to be going to play Jinx, Oklahoma, and a few other teams there. And just kind of that'll be getting ready, early May, I believe, getting ready for the state tournament. State tournament this year will be hosted by Searcy High School. So, again, we're not sure exactly where they're going to play. They're going to play on multiple football stadiums, which is always nice because it's easier to cover as we go to both teams. But if they cover them in open fields, hey, we'll be there covering that. And by the time we get to state play, we'll actually be doing games on the radio, too, on River Valley Radio. Usually after the buzzer, then we wait for the officials, and I'm looking down. I don't see them around, so I know the buzzer's about to sound. And then they'll have to appear before we do anything. I can kind of see them in the shadows right around the concession stand. So we're still a couple more minutes away from starting the second half. Happy that you joined us. We had boys game earlier tonight. Harold Arias had the goal for Russellville in the first 36 seconds of the game, and it stood up as the Cyclones won the game over Siloam Springs 1-0. Be nice to make it a sweep tonight if the Lady Cyclones can score a goal here in the second half. Lady Cyclones softball team lost 5-2 to Siloam. Not sure how the baseball team did. See, there are the officials, so still about a minute or so away as they'll get set. We're ready for the second half. Greg Moses, the head coach for Siloam's both boys and girls team, mentioned that he did that at Lakeside and he came to Siloam just to coach boys. He said he did not plan on coaching both again, but after coaching just the boys 2 years, Abby Jones resigned after 6 years as head coach at Siloam Springs, and he took over. He coached both at Lakeside and took them to 6 state final appearances, 5 with the boys and 1 for the girls. Did win 1 state title. Just our iris just a little bit. This has gotten even a little darker. We flip into the stadium. Used to, even in conference games, if it got tied, they would do penalty kicks years ago. Now they'll actually end the game in a tie. Not saying that's where we're headed, but you got to talk about that after you play a scoreless first half. Here come the Lady Cyclones with Reese Prince. Double teamed her. And they'll get it back. Looking for an opening. Might be one there. Deflected nicely by Russellville. Zoe Barnes with the deflection. It's going to be a corner kick, and the first one for Siloam. Jenny Frederick. Pass ahead. Is trying to get it to Blanchard. Julia Callahan there with Keister. Now over here to Prince. Ruth Payne. Around one defender. Pass ahead. He slips past Frederick. We're blocked off. They scooted along the side. It's going to be off Russellville. Have a chance here. Sails over everything. Breathe a little bit of sigh of relief there. A one-on-one, and they took a shot. It went high. Ruth Payne coming in from the side. Trying to center it, nobody home. Most of Russellville's shots, most of them have come from a ways off. And we had 2 shots on goal all in the same sequence. On the shot, they hit the post. And then the rebound ended up in a corner kick. Good job there by Julia Callahan. Keisha with a short throw in to Frederick. Channing has it taken away. Deflects off of Callahan. Ruth Payne on the move. There's the double team. Molly Barnes will send this back. Misplayed there. Can Russellville get a chance? And it's going to be played out past the touchline. Russellville will get a throw in. Do they want to wait a little bit or go quickly? Reese is going to set this one down and let Kana come in and throw it. Hardman plays this down. Ruth Payne. And there's all over 3 people. Gets it to Frederick. Into the 18-yard box. Couple headers straight up in the air and taken by their keeper. Rolls it out quickly. Misplayed there by Siloam. Russell will get a throw in. Breakaway chance, maybe. The shot is in there for Siloam. Long shot from just outside the 18-yard box. Finds its way inside the left post for the Lady Panthers. Makes it 1-0. It felt like they're getting a lot of breakaways. Again, not as many shots as Russellville, but that went from probably 20 yards out. The first shot on goal for the second half for Siloam proves true, and Russellville behind. Be nice to answer quickly if they can. So far, Russellville's not been able to solve them double teaming and triple teaming Ruth Payne, and the shot almost mishandled there. Reese Prince was there to make sure that their keeper grabbed it. Keister playing that one. Kana with 2 goals last year against Greenwood. Has 1 goal this year. Russell playing back towards the middle. There's Callahan. Good job by Allie Barnes to chase that one down. A lot of room over on the far side. Reese Prince kicks this one a one-hopper to the keeper. Okay, Blanchard couldn't get to it, but it's kicked out past the touchline by Siloam. Russellville will get a throw in here. Maddie Kowitzel, number 13, checking in. I believe that's who that is. This is Blanchard. Shot goes to the keeper. That'll go past the touchline. It'll be a throw in for Siloam. Barnes played it down, stays in the 18-yard box. Shot deflected past the goal line by Zoe. Corner kick for the Lady Panthers. Goal kick for Russellville in the defense. Ruth Payne, they smothered her for a while, but she gave good chase and get to throw this in. They're just making it very difficult for Russellville's leading goal scorer. It's Callahan, the purple shoes there, taking it back. Reese Prince could not grab it. Maddie Kowitzel's pass will go past the touchline. 1-0 our score. Siloam with one shot on goal here in the second half. It's the one they scored on. Lady Cyclones also with a shot on goal here in the second half. 6 for the game for Russellville, 3 for the game for the Lady Panthers. Good steal there by Reese Prince. Ruth Payne's left-footed shot goes high. Channing Frederick will check in for Russellville. Maggie McGill coming out to take that. An opening here. Reese Prince entering the 18-yard box. Stepping back out, trying to center it. Kate Blanchard sees it taken away by Siloam. Russellville will have openings on the side as soon as they start working it back towards the middle, and that's when Siloam's defense is just so suffocating. Reese Prince trying to pass it towards the middle. Still not cleared out. Kana Keister going to come in and throw it in. Player down for Siloam. We'll stop the clock here. We stopped the clock. The clock kept running. So we'll take off 10 more seconds because that's what they have it here, 19:46. Russellville will get a break here. The officials, I think, trying to put 1956 where we had stopped it. And right now they have 1951. That's what he's signaling. We have 1956. They put 1952, so he's shaking his head. He wants 56. I think they're just going to go with it. It'll be out off Russellville. Okay, it'd be. I thought it was out off them, and Siloam was getting ready to throw it in. Emerging is Payne, and they'll kick it past the goal line, so Russellville will have a corner kick, their first one of the second half. Really could use a goal here. Keister, shot goes wide, right. Julia Callahan will check in for Russellville, replacing Frederick, number 14. There's a steal by Payne. Callahan back to the goal, turns. Shot was deflected out. Witzel can't keep it, but it goes past the goal line. We'll get another corner kick. We just figure it's just a matter of time. Russellville could get something from these corner kicks. This will be the fourth one. Second here in the second half. You see where camera angle is blocked. Here comes the kick. The header just misses. It's deflected back out. Say the header, I guess it hit off them. We'll do it again. I thought it hit off the head. It hit off the head of a Siloam player. That was almost an own goal then. Played back out. No chances on that one. Russellville won the boys' game 1-0. Siloam leading the girls' game here 1-0. Offsides is going to be the call on the Lady Panthers. Pass there. Russellville going to get a shot. Maddie Kwitzel's shot is stopped by their keeper. Russellville now 7 shots on goal. Nothing to show for it. Good play there. I think they were trying to kick it off us and sidestepped it. Maddie with another chance. That one just goes wide left. Left foot misses there. Allie Barnes with a nice stop there. It's too dangerous to kick it back to the keeper. She's able to turn it around. Be a foul called on Siloam, surely. Just outside the 18-yard box, we'll get a free kick. I wish it was a few more feet in. We'll get a penalty kick, but we'll take the free kick. And a yellow card. That's the first card we've seen tonight. Issued on boys or girls game. Official going to move them back. They were about 8 yards. Got to be 10. Russell will get a corner kick out of this. It deflected off a Siloam player. That went in. Goal for Russellville. Lady Cyclones have tied it up here with 12:17 left. And I think it was off the corner kick. I don't think we touched it. Lady Cyclones tied it with 12:17 left. New life given to Russellville. Off the corner kick. The fourth corner kick for Russellville in this half. The seventh for the game. And that all started off the free kick, remember, from on the wing of the 18-yard box that went off a defender for Siloam Springs past the goal line. Ended up in a corner kick. And a goal for the Lady Cyclones to tie it. Scoreless at the half. Siloam scored with 33:21 left in the second half. The Lady Cyclones answer, but over 20 minutes later. But hey, they answered with 12:17 left. And Russellville will get it on throw in here. Oh no, they're going to say it was off of Russellville, so they'll get the throw in. And this will be out. Russellville will get it back. A little bit deeper than where we want it, but we'll get it back. Payne been hounded by 2 and 3 defenders all night. By 2 there, trying to get around him. Does. Pass ahead. Here come the Lady Cyclones. Frederick in the 18-yard box. Shot deflected out past the goal line. Almost in. Even after they hit it, it almost went in. It's going to end up being a corner kick for Russellville. Channing Frederick on the shot. Even after the goalkeeper touched it, I thought we had a chance. Here comes the corner kick for Russellville. This one goes through the 18-yard box and past the touchline. No threat there. Looked like Russellville was playing the ball there. They took it away. They call a foul on Russellville, so a free kick. Now they stop the clock with 9:06 left. Odd for them to stop the clock there. When a player down, they didn't stop the clock. They stop it here. Both teams making a substitution, and now we're resumed. Send it past the touchline. Throw in coming for Russellville. Good job by Frederick. We do need to clear it out. Russellville does, just briefly. Sent back in. They'll play it past the goal. Good job there by Kana. She knew exactly what she needed to do and not do there. Allie Barnes there cutting it off. A good defense there by Russellville. Prince ahead to Payne. Ruth through the center circle. Here to Frederick. Channing. Gonna slow it up. Let Russellville get position. Russellville get a throw in. That's good. I thought they were going to let that run go past the goal line and they'd get a goal kick out of it. Too hot for Payne to handle. Barnes to Frederick. Taken away by the Lady Panthers. Zally once again. Should get it back to McGill. Dangerous opportunity here. This is going to be a corner kick for Siloam. Blanchard couldn't find it there. It's all around her. Not in front of her. That should be ours. Okay. They were doing the same thing. They're playing till the whistle. Smart. Nice save. Try to help flip the field. Center here for Payne. Getting around her man. Left-footed shot. Deflected out. Can Russellville get the rebound? They can, but not in position to get a rebound shot. This one kicked out by Siloam. They're going to save it. And it goes out. Throw in for Russellville. Penalty coming on Siloam. Will get a free kick here, but 25 yards away. This one hits the football crossbar. Goal kick coming. It looked like it was going to be trouble, just a little too tall. Both teams frantic. They want another opportunity. 2 minutes left. Barnes and Keister cutting that off. Keister shot deflected, or pass deflected. Trying to clear it out. Corner kick for Siloam. That one caught easily. Almost like she kicked the turf before she kicked the ball. Just nothing behind it. Can Russellville get one more chance? Got to go quickly here. Payne has it. In the center. Ruthie. It's not past the goal line. We'll get a corner kick for Russellville. Got to go quick. Time winding down. Lady Cyclone's going to set up for a corner kick. From the left side. Here it comes. The header goes up and over. That could be it. Looks like they're going to battle 1-1 tie at the end of regulation, and that's how we end it. Russellville would have liked the win, but I tell you, when you're behind with 33 minutes left, you're down 1-0. You asked us then, would you settle for a tie? We would have. Lady Cyclones able to tie it up at 12:17 left off the corner kick. And they end up tying. So both teams leave without a win, but also without a loss. Both teams will still be tied at for first in the 5A West with a 3-0-1 record. As far as the boys defeated Siloam tonight 1-0, so they improved to 4-0, and Siloam's boys fall to 3-1. Both Russellville teams will be on the road a week from Tuesday as they travel to Greenwood, back here 2 weeks from tonight when they host Farmington. Of course, we'll have that for you right here on Cyclone Booth. Thanks so much for joining us.